So till now we have been, discussing more or less the similar types of stuff for the last couple of lectures, mostly on small signal analysis, validity, and so on. So today I told you that we'll get into the nuances of amplifier design. One last thing before I get into how to think about designing amplifiers. This part I was supposed to complete last class only, but I forgot. So let's say I have any nonlinear network. Let's take the example that we have been dealing with till now. And let's say I have this guy, and I want to find out experimentally. So for the time being, assume that this part exists inside the box. Okay. And I have access to leads here. I want to find out experimentally what is the incremental resistance looking in. Not analytically, but experimentally. What should be my experimental setup? Let me ask you a simpler question. So let's say I have a AC voltage is the current source, so the DC also. Right. Yeah. So the reason I asked this question was, so generally, how do we find out resistances? One might say that I can maybe have one of those multimeters which can measure resistance as is and plug it in, but I'm not asking for those kind of solutions, because those multimeters also have some limitations. In general, if you have to find out, what we do, we apply some sort of test voltage and find out the current through it and graph the voltage and the current, and the ratio of that is essentially your impedance, right? So that works always, but when you are talking about nonlinear networks, you have to be slightly careful, because if I, for example, on the circuit on the right, if I apply whatever I just told right now, I apply test voltage and find out the test current. So this value of V test over I test is independent of whether I have any DC voltage source anywhere in the, if I have a DC voltage source here, that wouldn't really change this value of V test over I test, right? As long as this V test is increment, right? I'm not talking about the exact V test, right? But what about the circuit on the left? Will it change? What I mean, again, let me qualify what I'm trying to say. So let's say I apply V test, which is a sinusoidal signal, Vp sin omega t, right? And I find out the I in or I test that goes in. And I find out this ratio of V test over I test. I'm going to find some current that is going in, right? So can I say that this is equal to the resistance looking in? Yeah, exactly, right? So let me anyway have a poll across in the class. How many of you think that this is not a right way of measuring Rin? New show of hands? Okay. And how many of you think this is the right way of measuring it? No, this is what it is. We're not short-circuiting anything. This is the experimental setup. Will this work? It will not work. Why not? Yeah, right. Basically, the quiescent point is the issue, right? So because we saw that the value of the resistance, the incremental resistance, depends on the Q point. Now, by the way, now what is the Q point? What is the quiescent voltage across across these terminals? Let's say I call this A prime. What is the Q point across A prime in the setup that you currently see in the screen with the red voltage source connected? What is the Q point? Do you need to do anything? VTest is an incremental input. Why do you say the forward bias voltage of the diode?
If you take it experimentally,
Mm-hmm.
you can approximate it as a battery rate. And those are the terminals.
No, I agree. You can replace it as a battery and all, but can I replace it as a battery in this setup? That's the question. So, what I am essentially saying is that this VP is, let's take some value. Let's say this is 10 millivolts sine omega t. Right?
With VTest.
Right. With the VTest in place, right? Yeah. So with the entire setup in place, what is the quiescent voltage across the diode? VTest is increments, right? Quiescent voltage cannot be increment. It's changing with it's a sinusoidal signal, right? It's an incremental signal that goes that I have directly applied across the diode. Forward bias voltage of what? Okay. Why do you say forward bias voltage of the diode? What makes you think that the diode is forward biased?
If the voltage source generates a current, it will be in the arrow of the diode.
If the voltage source generates a current, it will be?
Along the diode direction.
Yeah, sure. I agree with that. That's a different question. You are answering to a different question. My question is, what is the quiescent voltage across the diode?
There's a DC voltage driving this circuit. Right?
This is what you have. There's nothing magic. This is all you have. How do you know?
Because if you're only considering the quiescent point, then that VTest is irrelevant because it has.
Why is it irrelevant? Again, this is the entire setup, right? So this is the entire setup. Don't think the VTest is out of the setup. VTest is a part of the setup, yes. What do I do when I do an quiescent analysis? I short all the incremental sources, right? So I short the incremental sources. So what is the quiescent voltage across the diode? 0, right? Putting an incremental voltage as is without taking into consideration the original quiescent point of the circuit disturbs the quiescent point of the circuit. Okay. And this is not only an analysis thing. I mean, think about it, right? In an experimental setup, what are you actually applying across the diode? You are basically applying around 0 the 10 millivolt sinusoid, which goes 10 millivolt up and minus 10 millivolt. That is 10 millivolt down. It doesn't matter what you apply here, right? Because the DC source, the sinusoidal source is directly attached to the diode now. Right? So it's not only that because I am doing quiescent, I am shorting that incremental source, right? It is actually happening. You are disturbing the quiescent by connecting the incremental source as is. Okay, so if I do not want to disturb the quiescent and still measure the output resistance or this VTest over ITest accurately, right? What should I do? That I cannot do in a experimental setup, right? Because in order to set this circuit up, I need the quiescent first. Not necessarily reverse, right? So what's the problem? The problem is by directly attaching the incremental source there, I have reduced the quiescent to 0. It was supposed to be maybe some 600 millivolt or 500 millivolt or whatever, right? So what's the solution then? I can measure it and let's say I measured it and I got a value of 500 millivolt. I'm doing an experiment, by the way. So step 1, I measured the quiescent. I got, let's say, some value, 500 millivolt. Then what I do? And how do I bias? Add, right? Which means that I apply. I cannot simply apply 0. I mean, I can basically say that I can do this, right? Right? So then I do not really disturb the quiescent. I mean, by doing this, having this contraption or not having this contraption does not disturb the DC operating point across AA prime. Because this, how did I get this 500 millivolt? Step one was measured that voltage, and then I applied that voltage here. I am only trying to keep the quiescent point same. Right? Make sense? Okay. So now that the quiescent point is same. Okay. So another way of answering that question is by assuming that this 500 millivolt was actually the voltage across the diode. By adding this 500 millivolt, forget about the incremental source. Have I changed anything with respect to the voltage across the diode or the current through the diode or anything? No, right? So in principle, am I drawing any current, quiescent current through this path? No, right? So there are two nodes of identical voltage. I just connected a wire between them. No current should flow through that wire, right? So there is no quiescent current. If I have measured this forward bias voltage or whatever, the voltage across the diode accurately, and I have applied that same voltage, difficult to do, but let's say thought experiment, I am able to do that. If I am able to do that, then there is no current through this DC voltage source of 500 millivolt that I have applied into it. So essentially, I have not disturbed the quiescent condition at all. Right? So now that I have set up the quiescent condition, and this is external to the circuit because I'm doing an experiment, right? So I do not have access to the internal part, but I have access to the external part. So in principle, then I can add a AC voltage source of whatever 10 millivolts sin omega t or 5 millivolt, whatever you want to add, and then measure the incremental test current. Now this incremental test current will not be zero, right? Because now I am disturbing that voltage, right? So and by definition, this incremental V test by incremental I test, and we can also, since I introduced the notations in the last class, I am writing it like this.